This is a school that's very oriented towards global challenges.
They are asking the big questions.
We all want to make a difference within our chosen field.
All of the research that we do has some direct or indirect consequence for the people of the world.
In politics, in culture, in the environment, in climate change, and that's what makes geography so exciting these days.
We have a very dynamic way of going about the research work.
It's an incredibly interdisciplinary department.
We can all learn from one another, and you come up with a much more rounded perspective on the issue that you're researching.
The School of Geography at Leeds is widely recognised as one of the best in the world. We have, incredible research.
My research is mostly around mountain glaciers, and the meltwater that comes out of those glaciers directly impacts on the people who are living downstream. So if we can make some sort of evaluation as to how fast these areas are changing, I think that's got to be something that's worthwhile doing for humanity, basically.
Myself and my colleagues look at quite a lot of these issues around social injustice in society, phenomena of human trafficking, and the current popular term of modern slavery.
My research revolves around the socially marginalized and how to include them in terms of creating a sense of belonging, but also having policies that are drawing the full community and not leaving people behind.
The concentrations of carbon in water draining from areas like Ilkley Moor, they've been increasing. This has led to problems with brown water, which then feeds into reservoirs and into drinking water catchments.
My big thing is sustainable cities, really. The way I come at it is, how do we make cities of the future more livable, green and fair? One of the really great strengths of my work in particular is reaching out to national civic bodies to say, look, what kind of housing for the future would we need? What kind of transport for the future would we need? How can we use our research to help support your aims?
My dissertation is on invasive and native geckos in Honduras, and anything that I'm producing I feel is important to contribute to the talk on this species and to try and gain a little bit more understanding and support for their conservation.
We're training students to be researchers.
You are encouraged to develop independent thinking.
They're working very much alongside us.
It's just an inspiring thing to hear about what you're learning in a kind of practical setting.
We've always linked with business, industry, NGOs, community organisations.
That for me is where the really productive stuff happens, taking the knowledge base of the university and making it applied in the real world.
You learn a lot in geography about all the issues that the world faces at the moment. For me, what I take out of it is that I'd quite like my job to mean something towards that.
The skills that I acquired, around GIS, so geographical information systems, data analysis, report reading, writing, dissemination, that all comes into play in my career.
I've always had academics who were very committed to kind of being out there in the world and making major international impacts.
If you're passionate about making a difference to this world, then you should be coming to Leeds and putting these different areas of expertise together to solve some real global challenges.